Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Let's start with live pictures from Sky 4 over I-94 and I-275. The freeway closed at the height of the afternoon rush after a month's worth of rain fell in just a matter of hours overnight.
Now to live pictures from Canton Township. Intersections there closed off, neighborhoods flooded as some parts of Metro Detroit saw as much as 7 inches of rain.
Let's move to live pictures from, wow, look at Metro Airport this afternoon. All of the rain flooded the tunnels to the McNamara terminal, meaning dozens of flights delayed or canceled, leading to the lines we have at this hour.
Wow. The rain has left 29,000 DTE customers without power on what could end up being the hottest day of the year.
So a lot of ground to cover here, but let's start things off at 5 with worries about what could be to come. All eyes on Exact Track 4D radar. Clear at the moment, but the threat of more storms far from over. We've had really high temperatures, really high humidity, conditions ripe for more trouble.
Yeah, so let's get over to Kim Adams. Kim, the Weather Service has part of the region in an enhanced risk.
An enhanced risk, which is the highest we've seen in a while. Usually we hover somewhere between marginal to slight risk, which we've seen some pretty strong thunderstorms even being within those risk areas. But now an enhanced risk, that is a level 3. We have the risk for high winds, large hail, and we can't rule out an isolated tornado, but one of the big risks tonight will be any heavy rain that we get that could cause more flooding. You go north of I-69, it's a slight risk, but south of that, and an enhanced risk. And if you've noticed, the sun has popped out this afternoon in many areas. The humidity's gone up even more and the temperature, and that's not a great sign for when we get these severe storms. They will develop very quickly. Some will be supercells with 70-mile-per-hour winds, large hail, and again, that heavy rain possible, adding to the already saturated ground. Your evening planner, you're okay for the next couple of hours, but these storms are going to develop very quickly between 7 and about midnight tonight. That's the time frame we're looking for. 83 degrees at 8 o'clock with showers and thunderstorms developing. We're really in the thick of it by 10 o'clock, and at midnight tonight things will start to wind down. But we do expect those strong storms again to develop very quickly. So we'll talk about what we're watching right now, and it's Thursday, so we do at least get to talk about the weekend too, and we'll do that in a few minutes.
Okay, Kim. Right now, Detroit Metro Airport has more than double the delays and cancellations than any other airport in the country.
And this is why. Yeah, the rain flooded the tunnels that lead to the McNamara terminal, cutting off access, and that is what led to a real mess all day long, and the ripple effects go on. Hank Winchester live at Metro Airport. Not a great day to have to fly, Hank.
Devin, it's an absolute disaster. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Here is some good news, though, that I can share with you as you look at these huge crowds as far as the eye can see here in the McNamara terminal. The good news is flights are taking off tonight. The good news is the roads in and out of the airport have reopened. The bad news is you're going to be waiting a long time.
When did you first realize there was a problem with your plans? When I saw something on Twitter this morning.
Go.
What travelers like Bill and others saw this morning, videos like these. Parts of DTW submerged, roads impassable, flights delayed or canceled.
I don't know where to call. I imagine if you call Delta, they're not going to know when the water's going to go down either.
People are going to get crushed if you do not move.
The wild weather in the area overnight causing chaos at Detroit Metro. People ditching their cars, walking to the terminal, or walking to their rides who couldn't figure out how to get to them.
She's over there, and I'm trying my best to walk and do cross traffic, and the cops are saying I don't know what to do.
Others waiting in huge lines at the Evans terminal, hopping on a bus to get to McNamara. How long was it?
For me, it was like
7 hours.
You waited 7 hours?
Yeah.
Just to get on the bus to get over here. We've now made our way inside the McNamara terminal. Take a look. You can see just huge crowds, frustrated flyers. And if you look at the board here, you can also notice a number of flights have been canceled because of all the flooding problems. And in this huge crowd, we once again found Bill, who's hoping he's now wheels up, heading to a family wedding in Colorado, 12 hours after his long journey began. Back out here live inside McNamara, you can see this is the line right now for people just checking bags for Delta, not even one of the security lines. Those lines are just wrapping and zigzagging all the way through the airport on both levels here. Again, the good news in this situation is that the flooding issue has been resolved. Traffic on the outside coming and going as expected. Unfortunately, though, many flights today have been canceled, and those cancellations now continuing through the evening. So, of course, take the time, check the status of your flight before you make your way here at Metro. We're going to continue that live coverage. We'll see you back here tonight at 6 o'clock with advice directly from Delta. For now, Devin, Kimberly, back to you.
So, Hank, couple hours of rain, but hours and hours and hours now of spillover effect.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. I mean, all of those flights this morning, I mean, it wasn't just passengers who couldn't get to the plane. The crews, the pilots, the flight attendants, maintenance crews, they could not get to the aircraft. So as you can imagine, that ripple effect is just continuing through the evening. We've got about half the board with cancellations right now, but again, half those planes taken off. So, you know, silver lining there, right?
Let's hope, yeah. All right, we'll keep following what's going on there. But from the airport, let's now move 9 miles northwest to Canton Township, where people are dealing with this kind of intense flooding.
Roads at multiple intersections are impassable, and some residents have been stuck with no way out of their own neighborhoods. Victor Williams is live tonight. Victor, we've seen drivers being stuck in the high water all day today.
Yeah, that's right, Devin and Kimberly. That's exactly what we're seeing right here. The aftermath of the flooding that has left a lot of congestion right here on Sheldon Road. As you guys can see, these are the abandoned vehicles right here. And now that all of the flood water is gone, all of these drivers now have to navigate around this. But it's a big hassle in the first place.
I was stranded in water. I tried to help this elderly lady. Her name is Annie. I ended up taking her to Sumter. And I'm just getting back.
Driving in Canton Township today was an absolute nightmare for some people behind the wheel, having to navigate through multiple inches of water.
I've never seen anything like this before. I've lived in Canton for 16 years, and I've never seen it flood like this before.
Roadways were covered as many people tried slowly making their way through the floodwaters. Others weren't so lucky.
I was really shocked to look down there. I see some cars kind of looking like they're quite a bit of water up over them. It's really shocking.
With several drivers stranded on the streets, these young men decided to make several rescues by kayaking. Right now, they're making their way through a strip mall parking lot.
Got up at 5:30 this morning to go to work at the golf course and couldn't pull out of my driveway, so decided to have some fun and help some people out, get the kayaks out and push some cars out of the water that stalled out.
Many drivers found themselves either trying to go around the water, as you can see in this Meyer parking lot, some even brave enough to walk through the water to get to where they need to go. But as the water starts to recede, some are asking why this had to happen in the first place.
I've been on the road since 8:30, been going through all these roadblocks and everything trying to get home.
And as you guys can see, it's just a big mess out here with everyone still trying to figure out where to go, if they need to stop or whatever else. But we know that a lot of people are also concerned about another round of rain on the way, because just like you guys have said, a storm is indeed on the way in just a few minutes. And in the meantime, we are reporting live in Canton Township. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Just unbelievable pictures tonight. All right, Victor, we appreciate it. And our coverage of the flooding is far from over tonight.
Ahead here at 5:30, we're going to take an aerial tour with Sky 4 to show you some of the hardest hit areas, but you're going to see how the heavy rain really hit and then completely spared other areas. That's the way it's been a number of times this past summer. That's coming up here at 5:30.
All right, our other top story here at 5. 3 people have now been formally charged with abducting 14-day-old twins from a hotel in Livonia.
Chantel Jones, Curtis Slay, and Davion Chandler all facing charges of kidnapping the newborns Sunday night from the Quality Inn, which sparked, of course, an Amber Alert. We've been following this story all week. Sean Lay in Livonia for us. Sean, getting quite a bit clearer picture of the potential motive here.
We did, although details very few in court. What we learned is that these 3 are being held without bond, and keep in mind a 16-year-old also wrapped up in this alleged kidnapping scheme. What we're learning outside of court from our sources, we continue to work the sources this week. I'm being told tonight that this all has to deal with a fake pregnancy and the desire to produce twins to family and friends.
in the matter of Chantel Jones.
Late this afternoon, 23-year-old Chantel Jones, along with two teens, 18-year-old Curtis Slay and 19-year-old Davion Chandler, appeared on video, arraigned on kidnapping charges and more.
Could the defendant please state her name for the court record?
The allegations shocking that Jones, along with the three teens, allegedly befriended the mother of 14-day-old twins with promises of helping her with gift cards, diapers, wipes. Sources tell us people allegedly went to the parents' house on the west side last weekend and tried to break in. We're told one of the teens was armed. We're also told the father of the twins fired shots in self-defense. The couple and the twins then went to the Quality Inn in Livonia to seek safety, but they didn't know the people offering help were the people trying to break in. Two women got into their room at the Quality Inn and at the first opportunity kidnapped the twins. Sources say Jones has a history of faking pregnancies and allegedly wanted the twins to show family and friends that she had them on her own.
She resides with both of her parents in Detroit. She is currently actively looking for employment. She is an American citizen. She does have a high school diploma, and she indicated that she is intending on starting school during the winter semester. Most importantly, she had no prior criminal history.
Bond in this matter is denied. This matter is extremely serious, according to the allegations. The first two counts of the complaint, actually the first three counts of the complaint, involve the possibility of life in prison.
Back here live. Life in prison. All 8 charges are big-time felonies. They are kidnapping, child enticement, 3 counts of unlawful imprisonment, and larceny from a building. Multiple counts of larceny, guys. I've learned the larceny is theft of the twins' car seats. Not just the twins, but their car seats as well. Back to you.
Sean, the magistrate pretty forceful in denying bond for all 3.
Prosecutor didn't even get to state her case about why bond should be high or denied. Defense attorney, court-appointed defense attorney said, look, no criminal history here. She's been in jail all week. The magistrate cut him off and said, this is so serious. Absolutely no bond at all.
Yeah. All right, Sean.